Garbage in, garbage out. We're going to have a little conversation today about our mental diet and how we are allowing our atmosphere and everything around us clutter up our minds while we are trying to manifest. Hey guys, happy Wednesday to you, and my name is Tabitha. I am here to help you overcome everything that is standing in the way of your manifestations, your dreams coming true, and everything that you deserve in this life. So, let's have a conversation. Today, a friend and I were just going for a walk, post-surgical walk. Y'all know I'm recovering from surgery right now, and I'm trying to get back out there and exercise. But we got onto this conversation about things that trigger us when we watch TV or we watch the news. And one of the things was like Dr. Phil. Like, I don't watch Dr. Phil anymore because I'm triggered and I don't want those people's stories to dump on me. I don't want to take that onto myself, especially like if you're an empath. Everything around you, everything that comes to you, somehow you like, you let them dump on you and you let yourself experience all those emotions for other people. I'm one of those people. I'm an empath. I am deeply triggered by a lot of things. So I have to be very careful with my mental diet. This is not something new that I am learning, but every once in a while I can still fall into the routine of allowing things into my mental space that don't need to be there. So let's say you are looking for a reconciliation with a friend or a specific person, okay? And you are just listening to breakup songs all day long, and every time you hear a breakup song, it triggers you. Every time you hear the radio, it triggers you. And you are listening to this stuff over and over and over again and saturating your mind with this negative breakup story. And you don't understand why nothing around you is changing. Well, let me ask you a question. Does that make you actually feel good when you're listening to those songs? Don't we want to be in the state of our wish fulfilled? Well, if we're living our lives through breakup songs, how in the heck can we feel like we're in the state of the wish fulfilled? We should be listening to wedding songs, okay? We should be listening to deep love songs that help us feel that state of love. I would recommend going to Celine Dion's Have You Ever Been in Love and listening to that on repeat. That's a good song if you're wanting to reconcile or be with your specific person. Now, what about, when we're trying to manifest money? It could be the same situation. You are just constantly filling your mind with country songs about kicking the dog and not being able to pay your bills. And I'm not making fun of country because I actually really love country music. Luke Combs, yes. Anyway, but what you should be listening to is All I Do Is Win, Win, Win No Matter What, okay? That's not a country song. But you could also listen to, songs about having things like a Porsche or a Lamborghini or things like that, just anything that's going to uplift your spirits. The point is that when you are putting garbage into your mind, you're going to put out garbage. That goes for your everyday life. So, and I'm very eclectic, so I like a lot of music, and every once in a while I'll listen to this, that, and the other. Especially like if I'm working out, I'm gonna try and find something with a beat, and that might be like some rap. I'm not real good with it. I can't handle most of it, but every once in a while there's something that just motivates me and it makes me want to work out. So I'll listen to that song, but it's only going to be for that, and it is for entertainment purposes only, okay? I'm listening to that beat. But if you're somebody who's driving around talking about, killing and just all kinds of disgusting sexual behavior in songs. You're listening to this stuff all day long. What do you think you're attracting into your life? What about what you're watching on TV? Are you filling your mind with the news and all the negativity that they want to put out there to us? Is that what you're filling your mind with? And you wonder why you're not happy at the end of the day. Your mental diet needs to be uplifting, no matter what you're trying to manifest. You want to bring into your subconscious mind everything that you want, because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So how do you get to a state where you are at that end result? You are the person who has that end result. First, you get there here. Okay, where your mind goes, your body is going to have to follow. Your energy is going to have to follow that. So if you're following negative energy, you're going to get a negative result every single time. And I say this because I am, like I said, I'm very sensitive. And I have watched myself transform from a pattern of, as a child, as a teenager, I was so completely negative. I would go home after school and I would lay down and listen to the saddest love songs. And I never had a date, never fell in love, never had anybody. Excuse me, I fell in love with everybody. I was always in love with somebody, but it was always unrequited love. Why? Because I didn't think that I was good enough, because I'm listening to all these sad songs. And, you know, I had 3 sisters, so it was always one of them that got the boy. And I was in here laying in my room being sad all the time. And me and my sister that has passed now, I can tell you, we almost looked like twins. She was 2 years younger than me. But in high school, when we, you know, liked the same boy, it was always Charlotte who got the guy. So if we almost look like twins, and she was always the one who got the guy, what does that tell you about my state of mind? That tells you that I was always in a state of lack. I always thought, I'm not going after the guy because she likes the guy. For her, it didn't matter. She was going to go after what she wants. I had a whole different mindset. I was like, no, I'm going to back away. I need to back away because she likes the boy. But I did too. But I never thought that I was good enough. And that is what I created in my life, is a lifetime of comparing myself to others, a lifetime of thinking that I wasn't the one that was good enough, or sacrificing, being a self-sacrifice for other people. You guys, if you're in this situation, you got to start changing your beliefs. And the only way that you start changing your beliefs is changing your mental diet, changing your subconscious programming, because your subconscious programming, it's like a computer chip. And it's there. And I feel like that's how Joe Dispenza described it. It's so correct, because every day you're adding more to that programming. You're adding more to that programming. You're adding more experiences in your life to confirm your programming, because you keep on with the same programming. The only way that you are going to change your programming is to forcefully put in a new self concept. And I always say this. I say this every time. I say this not just here. I say this on every time I comment on somebody's negative post. You need to reprogram yourself. And I recommend going to Dylan James's channel and find the one that, the sleep tape that resonates with you. And you do that for 21 days. You do that for one night, even just one night, and things will come up that you didn't even realize were an issue, because it's going to come up in the form of a nightmare, or you're going to have some nervous feelings the next day. But it's because your own ego is pushing against what those tracks are saying. It's like, no, that's not who we are. We're this person who believes this way. So if you want to get to the person who believes in that new version of you, the person who believes, yeah, I can have the man that I want, I can have the relationship that I want, I can have the money that I want, I can have the job that I want, I can know that I deserve good treatment in relationships, I can know that I am worthy of everything that everybody else is worthy of. The only way that I'm going to be able to get to that point is by telling myself until I'm blue in the face, until I get it. Listening to those tracks is going to program you while you're sleeping. You don't even have to be paying attention. Once you fall asleep, the words are still going into your mind, and you will dream about the opposite in the beginning. And it will start really sinking in. And then that new you starts replacing that old you. And once you start, bringing in those love songs and bringing in the songs about money and, instead of watching videos on, how can I get out of debt, you're watching videos on how I made $1 million in a year. You're changing your whole mental diet to match the person who has the desired reality that you want. And that old concept of yourself, that old version of yourself is going to be completely transformed into this new version of yourself who's just glowing and radiating love and abundance and everything that you could imagine as that person who has your desire. It is real. It is so real. I have seen it within myself. Growth is hard, guys. It's not easy. It is hard because we have to be in conflict with the old you and the new you. And so it's easier when you start out knowing this is what's going to happen, and you need to prepare yourself, that it's okay that this happens. It's okay that it gets scary. It's okay that it hurts sometimes. It's okay that you have fear. It's okay that your ego is going to get in front of you sometimes and try to raise its voice and get you to stop doing and keep showing you the same old stuff. Guess what? It's going to stop. You have that programming chip in your brain that you've had for however long, maybe since you were born, that has to be fully written over. We got to defrag this, we got to overwrite this, and we got to put in that new program. And that's not necessarily going to take a day. But the sooner you get to it, the sooner you'll be at your end result. And you will not be afraid if you know what you're going into, okay? You're not going to be triggered if you know, hey, you're going to see some weird stuff happening in your reality because you're changing. Just know that's a good sign. All things are working together for your good. All things are working together for your good to get you to your desired end, but it starts with you. You have to start to change who you are. You have to start by changing your self-concept. Okay? And once you get to that new person here in the 3D reality, your whole world is going to start transforming. It's going to become a beautiful place that you're going to want to live in, okay? Start cleaning up what's around your atmosphere. If you've got negative Nancy's around you, bye. Bye. You have minimal conversations with people in your family, people that you call acquaintances or friends, coworkers, anyone who is in your reality. And they might show up a lot more because you're trying to change. Minimal contact with these people. Even if it is your SP, okay? Minimal. You don't get into a deep conversation that's going to turn into something negative, because that's not who you are. You are somebody who deserves what? Whatever that end result is that you have in mind, okay? Don't let anybody trick you, okay? Don't let anybody come into your space and trick you into getting upset or off track with what you're manifesting. sink deeper into that new version of you. Write down the affirmations that you know are specific to you that aren't necessarily in one of those sleep tracks. When you get up in the morning, first thing in the morning, you thank God, source, the universe, whatever you believe in. You say thank you, thank you, thank you for whatever that new version of you is, whatever you're trying to see in your future. Do your gratitude, write it down, say thank you, then you go on about your day. Midday, you're getting triggered by something. What are you going to do? You're not going to put on a sad song. You're not going to turn on the TV. You're not going to scroll through social media. What you're going to do is you're going to maybe open your notes app on your phone and start typing in, this is my belief. Thank you. Or I am affirmations. I am deserving. I am worthy. I am fulfilled. I am happy. I am whole. And you get into this rampage, this emotional rampage of things just feeling better as you're doing this. While you started out triggered, now your mental diet, you're getting yourself back on track. And you have to do this every single day until you feel at peace. When you feel at peace, when you get in that Sabbath state where you're like, oh, everything just feels so right now, that's when your manifestation appears, because you've got your mental diet, you've got the garbage out. We're not putting garbage in. All that garbage it's gone, okay? We don't have that in our minds anymore. You know it's coming. It's about to be here, okay? Clean up your mental space. Clean up what's around you. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. The opposite is also true. You start putting wholesome things into your brain, and guess what's going to come out? Wholesome things. You put your desires in, your desires are going to come out. You put joy in, joy is going to come out. You put happiness in, happiness is going to come out. You put love in, love is going to come out. All right, guys, this is your warning. Garbage in, garbage out. We are not doing that, okay? Good stuff only. You guys have a great Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. And please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know some things that you'd like to talk about here on this channel. I am still new. I am still healing. I'll be in a different space by the end of the week because I'm leaving this particular Airbnb, and I'm going to be hanging out with my daughter in the mountains for my birthday. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.